So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the smallest and cheapest of a brand new LEGO Star Wars June 1st releases, Captain Rex's Y-Wing Microfighter. And for such a small set, this Microfighter really has stirred up a lot of controversy in the LEGO Star Wars community. And it's got nothing to do with the set itself and everything to do with the one minifigure that's in this set. And let's face it, for a lot of people, for a lot of LEGO Star Wars fans, that is going to be the sole reason that they're buying this set. I'll be honest, I'm not particularly interested in Microfighters as builds. I've bought this purely for the Phase 2 Captain Rex minifigure. Because, well, I guess you could say that I like LEGO Star Wars minifigures. And even the minifigure itself isn't the point of controversy, because I haven't actually got this version of Phase 2 Captain Rex, so I can't give you my in-hand opinion of the minifigure until later in this video. But from all of the images that we've seen and from all of the fan accounts, it is a fantastic minifigure by all accounts. The controversy stems from the fact that up until now, up until this Microfighter, that Phase 2 Captain Rex has been exclusive to the Ultimate Collector Series Venator that came out last year. And I can totally appreciate that. But for me personally, just with my personal preferences when it comes to LEGO and Star Wars, I think this is fantastic. I think it's a really good move because Captain Rex is such a popular character in Star Wars at the moment. He is many people's favourite clones, and he represents the Clone Wars to so many people. And this is such a fantastic minifigure, so I do think it's only fair that people who can't afford to spend over £500 get the chance, get the opportunity to get their hands on what is such a popular character in LEGO form. Saying that, it has crossed my mind that to maintain that level of exclusivity of the Phase 2 Captain Rex in the Venator, they could have literally just changed the head print so that it didn't have a little bandage from when he had his inhibitor chip removed in the final episodes of the Clone Wars. That's a simple change that they could have done and made this essentially just a plain, unaltered version of Rex. I just wanted to address that initially because obviously it's got nothing to do with my actual opinion of the set, having not built it yet. But I am really excited to build this. I think the Microfighter itself looks fantastic as well. And I really can't wait to be able to give my opinion of this latest version of Phase 2 Captain Rex in LEGO form. So with that being said, let's get building! This set is officially listed as LEGO Star Wars set number 75391, Captain Rex Y-Wing Microfighter. Made up of 99 pieces and selling for a recommended retail price of £11.99, which is £1 cheaper than the current Mandalorian N1 Microfighter, which is notable because the N1 technically comes with an additional minifigure, although this is up for debate because it's Grogu. The build process is fun, but it's really quick and relatively straightforward, which is exactly what you expect from a Microfighter that's less than 100 pieces. And on that point, I'm really struggling how to review this set, if I'm honest, because I'm clearly not the intended audience for Microfighter sets. And personally, I think that is absolutely fantastic. At the end of the day, why we all love LEGO is because it's a toy. It's meant to be made for kids. I think it's fantastic that LEGO still makes sets that are purely focused on play and are made with the intended audience being children. Year on year, we see more and more highly detailed sets aimed at that more mature audience, more serious collectors, which I think is fantastic as well because LEGO is for everyone. So I think it's great that we're getting the best of both worlds here. And people of all ages love LEGO. And it isn't always going to be hyper accurate because that's just the nature of the building media. And again, that's why we love LEGO, because it is LEGO. And I think the Microfighters do that perfectly. They're cheap sets, they're accessible for younger audiences, and the focus is very much on play, on having fun. However, with this Microfighter in particular, they've obviously got a hook into that more mature audience, into more serious collectors, because of this absolutely, I think perfect is the only word for it, Phase 2 Captain Rex minifigure. And let's face it, the Captain Rex minifigure is going to be the main reason that a lot of people buy this set. And as I previously mentioned, I don't actually have the UCS Venator yet, but I do know that this Phase 2 Captain Rex minifigure is exactly the same one that appears in the Venator in every single detail. And it is a fantastic minifigure. There are so many details jammed in, which just make it absolutely amazing. I love the tally marks all over his armour. The chipped paintwork on his armour as well looks fantastic. The well marks on the side of his helmet, and I love the printing that we actually get on his head with the bandage where he has his inhibitor chip removed in universe. It's also great and a rarity for clone troopers that we actually get a cloth piece here with his pauldron, which looks fantastic on the minifigure. It is a shame that we don't get a cloth camera. It is printed onto his legs, but that would have just heightened that minifigure even more and made it absolutely perfect. Saying that, I do understand why they haven't done it in this set in particular, because he's made to actually sit in the Y-Wing Microfighter, and having that piece in probably would have increased the price. So it makes sense here. But maybe that's something that they should have done in the UCS Venator, because At that price point, with the Ultimate Collector Series range, we do expect a premium product. That's what LEGO should be delivering there. And that would have made this minifigure absolutely perfect. And it would have meant that that Phase 2 Captain Rex would have maintained some element of exclusivity in the Venator. Coming back onto the actual Y-Wing Microfighter build itself, it is a fantastic representation of that Clone Wars Y-Wing Starfighter, and it is beautiful to see it decked out in that blue with a 501st livery. And I'd love to see this particular version of the ship brought to life as a larger LEGO Star Wars set one day. I think that would look absolutely fantastic, and I think it would be so popular with the LEGO Star Wars community. Because we actually haven't seen any Y-Wing Starfighter system set, I think, since the Rise of Skywalker one, which was a good few years back now. But in particular, we haven't seen any Clone Wars version, except for the one that they brought out way back in 2008 to 2010 time. So it'd be fantastic to see that brought to life in a larger scale, especially decked out in that beautiful blue. Throw some 501st Clone Troopers in from Season 7 and throw in maybe an Ahsoka in her Season 7 Siege of Mandalore outfit too. I'm sure that would be so popular with LEGO Star Wars fans. And with the Y-Wing Microfighter, you do have 2 stud launchers on either side of the ship, so you can fire the lasers and you get plenty of spare studs to shoot off. Overall, I don't have too much to say about the actual build. Like I said, I think it's a fantastic representation of the ship, and I'm sure that the younger people in your life will absolutely love getting this set. Overall, I am struggling to give this set a solid rating, if I'm honest, because the entire reason that I personally bought this set was for that Phase 2 Captain Rex minifigure, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad that I've got that minifigure. As I said in the intro of this video when I was giving my initial thoughts, I do think it's a really good thing that such a popular character, such an excellent minifigure, has been made accessible and isn't locked above such a high paywall. To be honest, I think I'd have a completely different opinion if that minifigure appeared in any kind of system set, but because he only appears in the UCS Venator, which is so expensive, it's literally over $500,000. And that is a lot of money for so many people. And Captain Rex is such a popular character and such a huge part of Star Wars at the moment. And so, of course, people are going to want to add them to their collection. So I think that's great. The Microfighter build itself is really fun. It's exactly what you expect of a Microfighter. And I actually think altogether, the value of this set isn't that bad at all. And I think that's evident in just how popular this set has been already. At the time of me recording this video, it's actually been a few days since release day, but this set sold out on release day and it's still not back in stock on lego.com. And I can see why that is. I do think it's justified. And overall, for what this set actually is and what it's intended to be and the intended audience in mind, I'm going to give this a solid 9 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching my review of Captain Rex Y-Wing Microfighter, and let me know if you picked up this set or just what you think to it in the comments. And make sure to like and subscribe for more LEGO, Star Wars and nerdy content. Have a fantastic day, I'll see you in the next one, and may the Force be with you always.